What's going on, Quantum Nation? Welcome back. My name is Quantum, and today we're going to be talking about the absolute best TV of 2022. Now, as you guys recall, I recently have been telling you guys about the Samsung S95B ad nauseum, letting you know that it is truly one of the best, if not the best TVs pretty much on Earth right now. Now, recently, Samsung has had fun with our products, making a ton of updates that don't necessarily update the product. So what this means for us is that over the course of time, the product from day one, which I still fortunately own, has been diminished. Now, the relevance of this is because recently I bought a 65-inch Samsung S95B, which I later ditched and returned earlier this week because of the latest firmware 14.20.9, which sees even worse performance after that firmware patch. I had said enough is enough and called it. But this is now having a lot of people ask the question, well, what is the best TV right now? Since likely when we get our new Samsungs, they're going to have that firmware on them. What do we do? So today I'm going to be letting you know that the LG C2 and G2 kind of tie for that top spot. Now, it basically boils down to your preference and what you're watching. So if you're at home with the kids a lot, maybe there are a lot more colors on the screen, you know, you're an anime fan, things like that, you're definitely going to want to go the route of the LG C2. Not necessarily that it has more colors or anything, but it definitely gives more than enough of that G2 color pop. You're not going to be left behind, as you say. Now, if you're somebody who wants more in the way of motion, you're somebody who's always watching fast-paced action movies or really things that just generally need to be buttoned up, or you're a stickler for motion processing being correct, the LG G2 is going to do it better. Now, of course, it's going to be more expensive, but we can kind of factor that into the gallery design that they have. Also, what makes it a little bit more expensive is the fact that it has a stand. So again, this kind of goes back to preferentially. If you're not somebody that likes to wall mount, that's why I gave the C2 as kind of like that tying picture quality, because it's very similar. It's almost identical, right? And it's going to be very difficult for a lot of people to justify wanting to pay $150 for a 55-inch stand and $200 for a 65-inch stand just a tabletop. A lot of people are basically kind of forced into wall mounting. So that's the bad side of the G2. But the picture quality is absolutely exceptional, and it definitely is, again, right there at that best of 2022 level. Now, there's a little note here that I will add. The S95B, even after its nerfs, technically is the better picture and offers way more color than both of these TVs. So then one might ask the question, well, Quantum, why don't you just recommend the S95B with the latest firmware? I can't guarantee two things. One, that everybody is going to listen to me and not update their product. Some people like using the built-in smart features, and that requires Wi-Fi. But auto updates and things like that will just update your TV. And I can't guarantee it's not going to continue to get worse. That's the first thing. The second thing is that, honestly speaking, when a television has so many issues, we have to speak with our dollars, and we can't just keep giving it a pass. It's not perfect by any means, and the S95B is only getting worse with time, where firmware is supposed to make it better. So that, for me, is ultimately where it now becomes a do not buy type product, because we don't buy things to get worse experience. So that would be what I would say there on the OLED side of things. Yes, my LED fans, I did not forget about you. And I'm also going to be including a budget option here for people who are on a bit of a budget and don't want to spend more than $1,000 or even close to it, right? So we're going to start off with our budget option. I would highly recommend that you buy yourself the Hisense U6H. This is going to be the best premium budget option that you could possibly buy right now, and it only will cost you $399. Now make sure that you get the Google variation, because they do have a bunch of different variations, okay? I'm talking Roku, I mean, they just went crazy, right? Android, or not Android, it's, what is the other one? Amazon Fire. I struggled a little bit with that one, but it's okay. We got it in the end. So get the Google version and you're good to go. Now, as far as your LED option generally, just for the best LED right now on the market, the Hisense U8H is the absolute best LED money can buy, period. You don't have to take my word for it. You can compare all kinds of metrics across the board, from color gamut coverage, native contrast ratios, input lag, and feature set. And this pound for pound, dollar for dollar is the best TV you can buy, period. Nothing even approaches its level at that same price point. And we're talking the big boys like Sony, LG, and Samsung not being able to compete with what Hisense did with the Hisense U8H. Now, it's not perfect either. And of course, every TV has its problems. But if we're talking dollar for dollar, value for value, that's the one to go with. So To do a little recap before we end the video, the absolute best TVs right now in 2022, the LG G2, the LG C2, then LED level, we have the Hisense U8H, and then last but not least, we have the Hisense U6H. Those are the absolute best TVs that I recommend you buy. Now, if something didn't make the cut, but you still want to know about these products, in the next coming videos, I'm going to be doing a series where I'm going to be doing the pros and cons of these products to help you out for this Christmas holiday season, to let you know what is good and what is bad. I'm not going to really be doing a typical review style. It's going to be a little bit different in the sense that it's going to be information solely so that you know straight up what's good and what's bad about these products without all the BS in between. So look forward to that if you're really serious about maybe a different model or a different brand that didn't make the cut in this particular video. And additionally, in my next video that I upload, I'm really excited to share with you guys, I'm going to be reviewing the new Avatar movie. I'm going to watch the 4DX version, which will be absolutely insane and a new experience I can't wait to share with you. So with that being said, I want to thank you guys so much for watching the #1 brand in honesty. Till the next video, I'll see you guys later.